One question I've been getting is which one of these phones are the best? Is it the Oppo Find N5 or is it the Honor Magic V3? Well, in this video, we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So let me get these situated because I want you to look at the video first. Both of these are on full brightness and you already know what to do, folks. I shouldn't have to say it at this point. If you have a folding phone, you know what you need to do. So both videos are playing here. I'm using the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition to record this video. So the content is going to look like it's going to look coming through another phone's camera. But just check it out here. So to the naked eye, both of these look good. I have them in full screen and just turn them to the side in landscape. Colors are represented great on both. The Oppo Find N produces the colors better in my opinion. These are on full brightness. Now that's saying a lot though, because both phones are just flawless on what they look like. But as you can see here, the Honor Magic has the camera hole kind of down a little bit farther, and the Oppo has it up in the top corner. So this is just a look at the quality of the video. Again, I know you're looking at this over video, so it might be kind of hard to tell the difference, but the V3 produces it nice, a little bit deeper, and the Oppo produces it deep and bright. So on the screens, I prefer the Oppo Find N5, but I do like the V3. Both of these are just great. Now let's get a quick listen to some audio from both.
So stunning, right? It's a beautiful color combination. Glad I went with this route. But yeah, the car itself, beautiful car. Range is good.
Now let's listen to the V3. Oh, so the other side.
Left or so her commute is not that much. And then she still really enjoys the car itself. She really likes this car, and I'm happy that she likes it. Coming from a Model Y, a lot of people said, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
So what I can tell you from the audio, listen to both of these, the V3 has a deeper tone, and the Honor has a higher pitch, which makes it appear to have like that louder tone to it. But overall, they both have good tone, but the Honor is a lot louder on the speaker quality. So now let's switch over to hardware. So hardware wise, you're looking at two foldable phones. Now I showed you the inner display first. The V3 has the smaller display at 7.92 and the Oppo has the 8.12 inch display, but that doesn't mean that they're far off from each other. They're both basically, if you round it to 8. So they're both inner displays are 120 Hertz, but the Oppo gets HDR Vivid. And that's probably why you see the screen appear to be a little bit brighter, because the peak brightness is 300 nits higher. So if that's important to you, then you want a brighter, more punchy screen and vivid and sharp with the colors, the Oppo is for you. So on the outer displays here, you've got a bigger display on the Oppo, and then you have a 6 point, now I still have the brightness all the way up too. So you have a 6.43 over here on the V3 and a 6.62 inch on the Oppo. Now the Oppo, it's elongated, so it feels really, really good. And the V, while a little bit shorter, it still feels very good. Like it's very nice. I can really appreciate what they're doing here. So the cover display though, is where things really differ. All right. So this cover display has a peak brightness of 5,000 nits. That is insane, folks. That is insane. So it's just shocking to me that the inner display is only 1,800. That's crazy. But this display here is only 2450 on the nit. So you got double the peak brightness over here. And you probably should be able to tell just a hair. I know I have different wallpapers, but in person, this screen is popping. Like it's very bright. So if you're a person who, you don't really care that the inner display is not that bright, but it's still bright, and you're going to probably use it like this a lot. You're not going to open it too much. You're going to open it a lot, but when you need it like this, you're going to have one of the brightest displays ever. And that is where this one shines over the Oppo. I mean, I know you probably can't tell too well on video, but man, this screen is bright. It has a much brighter display on the outer display than the Oppo, and it definitely wins there. So they're both LTPO OLED though, so they're very good. And that's not to say the Oppo is horrible. It's just that you can in real life, like in person, if you were holding these phones, you would definitely be able to see that this phone has a much brighter display. Yeah, you'd be able to see it. Now, also on the hardware, we look at thinness. Now, this is that illusion of having a darker device. On paper, the Oppo is thinner in every way. Folded, this is 9.3 millimeters, and folded, this is only 8.9. Open, this is 4.2 on the Oppo and 4.4 on the V3. Again, that illusion of the darker color. And also these are rounded edges and stuff like that. So it makes it look like it's a lot thinner. But honestly, folks, in person, you can't tell. This just, the V3 feels better because it's rounded on every part of the angle of the phone, man. I'm being honest. The Oppo has that boxy, and this is rounded. And so that's why it feels different. Even onto the hinge on here, I like the Oppo better because it's flat and brushed, but the V is smooth and round. So they have that illusion of the corners and size, and it just feels really good. Which one do I like as far as the way it looks? Well, these are different color phones. If I had the black version of this phone, I think I probably would take the V just over the overall feel in hand and the way it looks, but I don't know what the black version of this one looks like in person. And this misty white is incredible in person. It's just silky velvet. Yeah, it's sick, man. So other than that, folks, when you're looking on the sides here, they both have a brushed feel, but this is a light color, so you can see that it's brushed. One thing I like about the Oppo is you get an alert slider. You get to change it quickly with the vibrate and every switch and everything down there. So they both have the same camera style. They both have IR blasters. They both this style. This look on the rear. But overall, I think the Oppo it just looks just a hair better. And maybe if I had a different color of this phone or a brighter color, I would feel different. But feel in hand, the V3 is just a hair smaller, but not enough to make it feel so different in the pocket. Because when you talk about weight, the Oppo is just 229, and this is 226, or 230, depending on which model you have. So they feel about the same in the hand, man. You really can't tell much difference in as far as that. Now, when it comes to internals, obviously the Oppo has the Snapdragon 8 Elite, and the V3 has the 8 Gen 3. Folks, I can't tell any difference in using these phones. Like performance wise, I just don't see it. I don't see that much of a difference when it comes to, what these phones are doing for performance. I just don't. But let's get over to camera quality. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause real quick. I'm going to take a video and I'm going to lay some things out here, and I'm going to play the video back, get some things with some color, and I'm going to show you what it does. Now I'm going to play them back on their native displays so you can see how it sounds and what it looks like. This is the V3. Now this is what video looks like and sounds like recording with the V3. Just shooting a couple things on the desk here. You can see all the different colors and how it's represented. That sounds beautiful, man. The mics on here are ridiculous. So now let's do it on here. Let's get the volume up on the Oppo. And this is what video looks like and sounds like on the Oppo Find M5. All the different colors here on the desk. You can see how it's produced and what it looks like. All right. This is what video looks like. Now, just in that quick comparison, folks, the V3 wins. The V3 colors are so punchy and so nice and so vibrant. And also, man, the V3's microphones are sick. Sick. I sat right here at the same position and recorded. Same thing. Man, the V3 kicks butt, man. The cameras on the V3 are stupid. And I know you really can't tell too much because you're looking at it again over video from another phone. But man, hands down. And that's just a quick test. I know I could go farther in detail, but oh my goodness, man, the V3 is kicking butt on that video. That video is sick. It is sick. Good quality on the V3. The V3 wins that video comparison right there. And I know in this setting right here, if it's beating it like that, it could definitely probably slaughter. I ain't gonna say slaughter, but it's way better. Overall, the colors look better. The microphones are sick on here. It's just a really good look on the V3. Wow. I'm talking about wow factor. That's some good stuff right there. It doesn't get any better than that. That was just a quick one right here in the office. But man, I can tell you this V3 right here is a beast for audio and video quality. Now, an area that I want to touch on for real briefly is the V3's battery versus the Oppo's 5 battery. Wow. I mean, wow. Both of these have strong battery. I mean, I can't lie. They both have solid battery, but the V3 outshines it just a hair in battery. And the Oppo is really strong on battery, but I think where the Oppo loses out is standby time. When you sit both of these phones down and you leave them alone, the V3 seems to sip battery. It just seems to sip battery. It just doesn't want to use all the battery. And I'm telling you folks, the Oppo has great battery. I mean, I literally can go through a full day and some with the Oppo, but the V3 just seems to sip battery. Now I rotated between these devices here, and I just found that when you're not using the V3, it leaves you alone. There's no movement hardly. I'm talking about like if I give a percentage, let's just say 1 to 2% over here, 1 to 3% over here sipped, and 1% sipped over here if you're just idle. That speaks volumes to a smartphone of this caliber, because these are folding phones, folks. They have dual displays, they have high resolution displays, they have high resolution cameras. I mean, everything on these are going to be getting used at a different pace and a different level than a regular slab style phone. So those of you who ask which one is better, which one do you like better, which one do you prefer? Software wise, I prefer the Oppo because it's like stock close to, it's not so much of a skin on it, man. And I don't really care for the design of this one. I do like that you can do 5 across, but I can change that over here with the skin, but I shouldn't have to do a skin. So software wise, yeah, I don't like the V3 software. Oppo, yeah, this software is nice, customizable, it's going down. I really like it. Front screen, the V3 wins hands down. It's just so much, it's double the brightness on paper and in real life. I know you can't tell over video, but if I gave you these side by side, you'd be like, whoa, very, very bright. Yeah, very bright. And the inner display, obviously the Oppo is a little bit brighter and more colors are more punchy and vivid. It's like Oppo focused on the inner display for this phone right here. So battery life is a little bit better on the V3. Software, I like the Oppo. Hardware, I like the Oppo. I love the way this looks and feels like the V3. But yeah, camera quality, got to give it to the V3. I know that was just a quick test, but I've used these multiple times and the V3 just pops, man. It's really nice. Features and options on the software, I still give it to Oppo. I just like their software better. Overall, they both are a good mix and balance. I would skin the Oppo and use it on its worst day. The cameras are just so sick, and I'm a camera person. I like to use the phones to record the content, and I think that's important. Now, this video is sponsored by TechADayGiveaway.com. If you haven't already gotten in your entries, hit the link in the description and win one of these phones, man. You're slipping if you haven't done so. And I know you want the phone I'm recording with. I know you do. The special edition Fold, and you can win one of these too. You can win a Pixel 9 Pro Fold. I mean, it's on you, man. I can't tell you what to do. No, you can't. You can win one of these. Here we go. I got so many folding phones here. You can win. Do you want to win one of these? Do you want to win a 9 Pro Fold? I think you probably do. You can win one of these phones, folks. So winner, I'll let you decide who the winner is. It's your man, Jay. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.